A faulty survey and data collection process caused projected taxes for farmers to skyrocket by tens of thousands of dollars. It all stems from a public act designed to preserve farmland, not make it harder for farmers.
If this gets changed behind closed doors and all of a sudden we get taxed for it, I can guarantee you I'll unload at least one manure spreader full of manure on the town hall.
William Delacamera doesn't mince his words to politicians. He's been a farmer for decades and was lucky enough to buy his own farm 5 years ago. He owns 125 snow-covered acres, but his anger was red hot when he thought his taxes might increase by up to $24,000 a year.
A lot of those tax brackets went way up, which was crazy. Nothing seemed very purposely done. It was, a certain percentage on all land. It was just some of them were disproportionately raised.
Public Act 490 is a state law that provides tax breaks to landowners who conserve their land for farming, forestry, or open space, but Connecticut Department of Agriculture Commissioner Brian Hurlburt says there was a data collection error after a small amount of farmers responded to a survey. Hurlburt says a significant number of those respondents with cash rent payments did not include the value.
We had a small data set to begin with, and then we had a lot of people who didn't submit the data that would have been used to set the land use values. So it was a real challenge. I think we can do better.
Governor Ned Lamont halted the tax assessment in order to reinstatement of values from 2020 on Monday. The Department of Agriculture is also moving forward to create a working group of farmers to better include them in policy changes. Republican State Senator Jeffrey Gordon says this was a failure on multiple counts, not just from one department or legislative body.
It was a big snafu. There's no other way around it. I think everybody has to admit that and be honest and move forward. It's very frustrating to see that it was a flawed process and it wasn't picked up in multiple steps along the way.
Gordon and his colleagues have submitted a bill for committee review so that state agency decisions will have to go through a legislative review process in the future. Delacamera says farmers need to be included in those future discussions and that farming in Connecticut and anywhere in the country is only becoming more difficult.
For a farmer to start out from square one nowadays is difficult, and now you're going to tax the land so that they can't even. A big buzzword is access to land. How you're not making land accessible if you're overtaxing it.
State Senator Gordon is holding a farmers forum at the Capitol Tuesday. He expects a large turnout from farmers to hear their ideas and concerns. In Hartford, Tim Latow, Fox 61.